NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now it's Ajayi. Dances by him. And some room to work. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
We got 3. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Clark. On first down. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mayfield now going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Mayfield showing why he was the #1 overall pick. He's got the Browns on the move, 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Now Clark to throw. Throwing on first down. And that is incomplete here. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll run it here with Logan. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Clark now, operating from the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Clark on 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Following the interception, Mayfield, he finds Ajayi. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's first and 10 from the 11.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
First down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Bud Dupree. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Mayfield now on second down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is a giant. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Second down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And Owen coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round.
Now Clark, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
A second down throw for Mayfield. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll toss it to Ajayi, and he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down, Clark. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Clark. From the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Clark to throw on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Clark now throwing again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Clark, a final shot before break. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. James has got it, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check. Ohio!
Now Clark throwing on 1st down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clark. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Here's Clark on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ohio! Ohio!
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Clark to throw from the gun on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Clark now operating from the gun. And that's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Clark back to the air on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Clark from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clark, man open left side is Brown. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Ohio.
They'll try and run down here with Prosise. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. C.J. Prosise, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, we got three. Three down. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick.
Right, now,
And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Logan. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here come the flags. This is going to get them a first down. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Clark on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Clark to throw. Going to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mayfield now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Clark now throwing on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they ran what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And no, it's incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
They run again with Logan. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And over the middle, this is Parker. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They got another 1st down.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Clark on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?